What's up, tribe? How y'all doing? Look, sorry I'm late. I was trying to finish up a review, and I didn't realize how the time had got away from me. I was trying to finish up my review. So I just finished up my last Bridgerton review, episode 8. So that'll be uploaded at some point tonight. So sorry I'm late. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Let me go through. Let me hit my roll call. What's up, Tracy? Hey, Boo. Hey, Janae. Southern Diva, Lemon Kush, what's up, New Jones? Hey, Morgan, Cool Gamer, what's up, Little Baby? Hey, Boo, hey, Lauren, what's up, Ibs? What's up, Jay Parrish? How you guys doing? Hey, Nat Queen, what's up? Welcome to everybody. Welcome any new subscribers. I've picked up a few subscribers over the last couple of days, so if you are new and you are in the chat, welcome. Do not forget, oh, shoot, this is what I should have had up. My bad, y'all. Do not forget that tonight, the whether you like it or not panel will be back. We are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we are talking Basketball Wives tonight, and we are going to be on Simply Sakina's channel. One of my mods, can y'all drop her link in the chat, please? Simply Sakina. If y'all can drop her link in the chat for me, please. What's up, Brandon? Hey, Trina, how you doing? Hey, Mimi, what's up, boo? So yeah, that is what we're going to be doing this evening at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. So, all right. So listen, we're going to be talking about Bobby Brown, every little step, his reality show. The first episode, I guess the second episode comes on tonight because I thought it came on last night, but I guess it comes on Tuesday nights. So I watched, I watched the episode, and honestly, I kind of don't really want to review the show, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you my reasons in a second. But I knew that this is something y'all wanted me to do, and I don't hate the show. Once I explain my reasons why I don't want to review the show, you'll understand. Because I don't hate the show. It's not because it's horrible and all of that. But I said, well, maybe we could do it as a live conversation so it can be an interactive discussion, and maybe that'll help me a little bit. So they did do a 2-night biography on Bobby Brown, which I did not watch. I need to go back and look at it because I didn't realize it was two separate things. I thought by the time I realized that the biography that they were doing on him was separate from the reality show, I had missed it. So I'm gonna have to just go back and watch it like on my DVR or something. I mean, on demand or whatever, because I'm sure it's still there. Thank you, little baby. Yes, Father's Day gifts. Get your Father's Day gifts. You still have time to order from Avon. You know, you got all of the cologne. They got the body washes. They have wallets and things for men. Y'all know, don't be leaving dad out now. Don't be leaving dad out, okay? Okay. Thank you, little baby. Appreciate you, boo. So So I have to go back and look at the biography because I feel like there's some stuff. Some stuff there that I might want to go see. I feel like I know a lot about Bobby Brown, but I'm not gonna pretend like I know everything about Bobby Brown, but I feel like I know a lot. I feel like I know most of it, but I'm sure there's always something you can learn. So here's the thing. I feel like this show is very, very, very produced. All reality shows are produced, right? So I get that. But I feel like it's very, very produced. And I almost feel like Bobby is a puppet and there are other people doing this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's a puppet and I almost feel like honestly, y'all, I'm gonna just be blunt. We can talk. Y'all know we can talk. We can be real here. I almost feel like it was exploitive. Like I would really, outside of his wife, who we're going to get to her in a minute, I'm really curious as to whose idea this was, what the storyboard for this show looks like, what the goal was for him doing the show. Why are we doing this? Like, it doesn't look like you need the money. Like, we know for a minute Bobby was down. We know Bobby was sleeping on couches. We know Bobby's money was funny. But it doesn't look like his money is funny anymore. And I'm not going to get into why. I'm not going to even pretend like I wonder if he got part of Bobby Christina's estate, which of course we know she got part of her mother's estate. I wonder if, you know, the fact that he's been on the road, he's been, you know, touring. He's, you know, we know he's got like different businesses. He's got the barbecue seasoning and stuff like that. And I know that's been doing well. People laugh about it, but from my understanding, his barbecue seasoning actually was doing really well at one time, as far as sales and stuff are concerned. So I'm not going to say, you know, I don't like to count people's money, but it looks like, I mean, I don't know if that house is rented, but it looks like that house looks nice. You know, they was driving a, you know, little Benz. He paid for the daughter's wedding, you know, so I'm not going to sit here and say that because trust me, I don't know all his money, but I found that to be very interesting. He looked like he's in a back in a good space. Okay, I have to be honest. I love Bobby Brown, but his new wife, I just can't deal with her. I don't know what it is. Morgan, we're going to get to her because, yes, it really is. Alicia is the puppet master. The wife worked my damn nerves. That wife tap danced on each nerve I had. See, okay, so I'm not the only one because she got on my nerves. Even from the beginning, when she first, like, he's doing his confessional and you in the background in your robe dancing. Girl, go sit down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. Thank you, Jay Parrish. Thank you so much. So that bothered me. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I feel like she had to be in everything. That she was making all of this about her. Like, even down to her talking about her relationship with LaPrencia and how... Girl, go sit down. Because LaPrencia was grown before you was... And I don't know how long she known Bobby, but LaPrencia was grown, okay? Grown before y'all got married. That much I can say. Grown before y'all got married. I think she's going to feature her. Right. The fact that this was Bobby Brown, the whole first episode was about Bobby Brown's daughter, LaPrencia, his oldest daughter, getting married. Why your mama and your brother here? I mean, am I wrong for feeling like we saw her family, but where's Bobby Brown's family? Even when they went to Providence, Rhode Island, and I know it was people there, so it could have very well been her family, his family there, and they just didn't get on camera. I know some of his family has passed away and all of that, but it could very well have been that his family was there and they just didn't want to film. But why are we looking at your mama and your brother? Like, I don't know these people. I mean, I barely know you. In the Uber on the way to rehearsal, shout out to the fine ass Uber driver. Okay, shout out to the fine ass Uber driver. Like, if doing too much was a person, right? I think she's gonna feel. Oh, I just read that. It comes off as if she's trying to erase Whitney to me. She's getting married. Should her mama be there? I'm confusion. No. I'm not talking about LaPrencia's mama. I'm talking about Bobby Brown's wife's mama. And again, I'm not saying the woman can't be there. It just struck me weird that we met her family before we met any of his family. Y'all see what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, blended families are blended families. So far be it for me to sit here and say that they can't have a blended family. But it just, I don't know. I can't describe it, Ebby. It just hit me. It just hit me left. From what I've guesstimated from the screen, she is coming from the standpoint that I'm better with. Well, she did make a comment last week. It was a quote, and I'm paraphrasing the quote because I don't remember the exact quote, but it was along the lines of, let that go. He not with Whitney anymore. He with me. Y'all need to really stop talking about Whitney. Girl, ain't nobody gonna ever stop talking about Whitney. And they damn sure ain't gonna stop talking about Whitney and Bobby Brown. You know why? Because Whitney and Bobby Brown lives rent-free in our head, okay? If it's nothing else, clips from from being Bobby Brown will forever live rent-free in our head, good, bad, or indifferent. So, ma'am, you ain't never gonna let go or get rid of that. So let that go. Like sometimes second wives, you just gotta live in the shadow of the first wife. And this is definitely one of those situations. Their relationship was so bigger than life, whether it was toxic or not healthy or not good or bad. It was so live and in living color that you are going to just live in that. Like, you're going to have to let that go, ma'am. She's trying to make herself more important in his life than Whitney. She giving TV clout chase and I don't like it. The barbecue sauce and rub season is on point. He has a website for his products. He also has lemon, pepper, and other flavors too. A couple of my uncles love using. Yeah, I heard really good things about his seasoning. That has to be hard for a new spouse and a shadow former wife. It does have to be hard, and I'm sure it is hard for her. I'm sure it's very hard for her. But making comments like that ain't gonna help her not with us, with the fans. But it is hard. I'm sure it's very hard. And I'm not going to sit here and doubt that it's hard for her. She was also his manager, and she ain't letting nobody forget that either, that she is also his manager. My other reason why I'm on the fence about reviewing the show, y'all, and this is the part that, again, it has nothing to do with the quality of the show. Bobby Brown doesn't look well. I'm just going to be blunt about it. I'm going to call a spade a spade. We know that he's had health issues. We know that he had a stroke at one point. We know that he's, recovering from drugs and alcoholism, which can wreak havoc. But he doesn't look well. And I almost feel bad for watching. He looks like his thoughts are delayed. Like, as far as like he has to really think about everything before he says it. He talks very slow. His cadence is off. His walk, he has a gait. His walk is off. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like seeing that. I didn't like watching him like that. He almost, y'all, I'm going to be honest. He almost comes off as a broken man. Like, I think he's trying. He's trying to be present for his kids. He's trying to be present for his wife. He's trying to be present for his career. He's, we know he ended up going on tour with New Edition this summer. This year. He's trying. Like, I give him an A for effort. But he came off as a broken man. Did y'all see how hard that man was struggling to not take a drink at his wife's wedding? His daughter's wedding. Did y'all see how many times that man cried? And it's nothing wrong with... I'm not one of those people that feel like a man shouldn't cry. That's not what I'm talking about. But for him to be that emotional, for his emotions to be that on edge, that man must have cried 5 or 6 times in this one episode. And the fact that he was worried about even going to the wedding because he was worried about having a drink. I felt sad when he was doing the car breathalyzer. Right. And why did the thing have to keep going off while he was still driving? Damn. I've never rode with anybody that has a breathalyzer on their car, so I don't know how they work. But I felt that was so sad to see, literally while he is driving his son to his dance rehearsal, he has to keep stopping. I'm sure this was edited, but it seemed like every 5 minutes he got to breathe into the damn machine while he's driving. It just looked, y'all, it made me sad. It made me sad. So when I say I don't really want to review it, it's not because I love Bobby Brown. Y'all know that's my era. New Edition Bobby Brown. I love it. And I want to see him do well. Like, I want to see him win. Let's be clear. And he does look like he's in better. You can definitely tell that he had lost weight. Like, you saw some clips where he was heavier than in, like when they showed the super trailer, you could tell he was losing weight. And he does look like he's lost weight. He's a little lighter towards the end. But it made me sad. You said you're loving the show so far. Again, it has nothing. It's not that I'm disliking the show. It's things about the show that I don't know. I didn't watch the Bobby Brown movie, but I heard in it Whitney was kind of demonized, and from my understanding, the new wife had a hand in producing it. That's the drug, right? Yes, Abby. He doesn't come off as bad as Ozzy Osbourne, but definitely you see the effects of years of abuse on his body. You definitely see that. I would not say that Whitney was demonized in the movie, in my opinion. I really wouldn't say that. I would say that I feel like in every other depiction of their relationship, he was the one demonized. And I feel like he took this as his opportunity to tell his story. I don't think Whitney was demonized. I think Whitney was de-angelized. I know that's not a word, but in all of these other, they want to make Whitney out that she was this angel, and oh my gosh, Whitney was perfect and Whitney was an angel. She just happened to have a little drug problem. No, Whitney was strung out. And her and Bobby was strung out together. And by her own admission, by her brother's own admission, he introduced drugs to her. But for so long, the story was that Bobby Brown did it. He was the bad boy. He was this, he was that. And I think people are starting to realize now that Whitney wasn't as innocent as people feel like she was. And so I think, for me at least, that's what I took away. I didn't feel like she was demonized. I just feel like the halo was taken away a little bit. This should have been a limited docuseries. I understand what you're saying now. Once you'll explain what you broke down your reservation. Yeah. And that's why I said I want to do this live so I can kind of just talk it out. Again, I enjoyed seeing him with his kids. I enjoyed seeing him do the day-to-day, taking his son to dance rehearsal. I love the fact that his son is a competitive ballroom dancer. Like, his son has won trophies for ballroom dancing. Like, that's so crazy to me. And I love that. And I think that is absolutely wonderful. He flew to Providence for LaPrencia's wedding. Now, LaPrencia, if you did watch Being Bobby Brown, we met LaPrencia on Being Bobby Brown. She was over him then. And what I mean by that was, she didn't live in my father's Bobby Brown world. You know what I'm saying? She lived in that's my dad. Yeah, he a little famous, but I really wish he was around more. You know what I mean? Like, she never came off as the spoiled, pampered, my dad is Bobby Brown. Like, she never seemed to be all that impressed with it on Being Bobby Brown, and she definitely doesn't seem like she all that impressed with it now. Reminds me of the show the family had with Bobby Christina before she passed it. It was a train wreck. It absolutely, now that was a mess. That show they did after Whitney died was horrible. Wait, she is manager, the TV producer, the showrunner, and works in the editing room because that's what she giving. That is exactly what she giving. You ain't lying about that, Tracy. You could tell she was high in some of those things. Child, absolutely. Exactly, little baby. Now, that's my opinion. You might get other people that tell you different, but I just feel like she was humanized. You could tell she had a huge problem, and that boyfriend was not helpful at all. The family didn't seem to know what to do. Yeah. And the thing is, she was an adult and she had money. I mean, it was only but so much you could tell her to do. She was an adult and she had her own money. Now I feel like the way Whitney's estate was set up, I don't feel like she got it in a lump sum. I feel like she got payments. And the reason why I say, I'm talking about Bobby Christina now. The reason why I say I don't feel like she got a lump sum and she was just living La Vida Loca, because when she died, her and old boy were living in an apartment, and it wasn't like a luxury condo in the middle of downtown Atlanta. They were living in a regular smegular apartment. I mean, you could tell she had a little money, she had some materialistic things. I think she had a nice car and stuff like that. But I feel like she got like a stipend off of the estate every month. I feel like that's what it was. I feel like at a certain point, she probably would have got the lump sum, like maybe when she turned 30 or something like that. And remember, Pat Houston was in charge of her money. So even if the estate was set up a certain way, I feel like Pat Houston wasn't allowing her to have full access to her money because of a couple of reasons. Child, we ain't gonna go down that Pat Houston slide, child. Whitney was getting high before Bobby. Her older brother was doing it and selling it and put her on the drugs. Even Mommy Sissy had to acknowledge that. Oh, yeah, exactly. And the brother said that. The brother said I was the one that did it. Like, I introduced her to drugs. And Whitney said it. Whitney said it. Whitney admitted that Bobby Brown is not the person that introduced. She said it. And Bobby even said himself, he said, I was the drinker. She did drugs. She introduced me to the hard drugs. I introduced her to the hard liquor. Like, we were we were toxic, but he said, I smoked a little weed and stuff. Now, I will say this, Bobby Brown, in the New Edition movie, they made it seem like you was doing cocaine before you met Whitney Houston. But according to Bobby Brown, he wasn't doing no hard drugs. He started doing the hard drugs till he married Whitney. I don't care at this point. Y'all was both crackheads. It don't matter. So yeah, all right, so let's get into the story. For those who didn't see the episode, so those were my reservations, right? So we see Bobby is getting ready for LaPrincia's wedding, and they talk a lot about his son Bobby Jr. that he lost, and Bobby Christina. They talk a lot about him dealing with his grief. We see him meeting with his counselor, his sobriety counselor. We know that he's relapsed. We know he's had a couple of relapses. And like he said, I'm going to be an alcoholic the rest of my life. Like, that's just going to be my daily struggle. And I'm going to struggle with it. And his wife said, Bobby has a lot of trauma. And when he doesn't want to deal with his emotions, he drinks, which is what a lot of people who have addiction issues do. They use that vice to substitute for dealing with their feelings and their emotions. So we know that that's what happens. I'm going to catch the clip when we get off. Okay. Bobby and Whitney dancing in the hotel will forever live. Right. Bobby and Whitney at that damn counter with her with them sunglasses on, doing that's going to forever. Like, there's certain things that are just iconic. And I'm sorry, I know it's a lot to live up to, but people are not going to live it. People are not going to forget. There are just some things people ain't never going to forget. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So his daughters are in the wedding as flower girls. His son is the ring bearer. These are his younger kids that he has with his new wife. His oldest son Landon and LaPrincia are really, really close. So we get on the flight. We go to Providence because remember, Bobby's from Boston, but somehow LaPrincia ended up in Providence. Now, they don't really get into what LaPrincia does with her life, which is fine. You ain't got to tell us, and that's cool. But how many people were shocked when we found out that LaPrincia was marrying a little white boy? He's a DJ at night and a construction worker by day. Is anybody surprised at DJ White Boy that LaPrincia is marrying? Is anybody shocked by that? When I saw him come in there, I said, oh, okay. So she marrying the white boy. Okay, cool. Was anybody shocked? Because I was. I was a little surprised. Only because I knew she grew up in Boston and I knew she grew up in the hood. Okay. She grew up in the hood, y'all. And let me put a pin in that. I'm not gonna say she grew up in the hood. I'm gonna say she grew up around black people. Girl, Southern Diva, I'm about to go there right now. I am about to go there right now. I'm about to go there right now. You weren't surprised, Janae? Okay. He looked a little meth-headed. Child. Ooh, K. Hubbard. Now, my problem with him was I feel like he was playing too much and he wasn't being serious. And Bobby was trying to talk to him. Like when Bobby was trying to have that conversation with him about, taking care of his daughter and treating his daughter right. And he kept playing and joking. And I was like, but Bobby is serious and he really trying to have a moment with you and you playing games. And I don't like that. I don't like that you're not being serious. You over here playing games and Bobby trying to be serious with you. I ain't like that. I expected Bobby Chris to date a white one before her. I would have too. I would have expected Bobby Christina to end up with a white boy before LaPrincia. Because like I said, LaPrincia grew up in Boston around black people. And I know that's not a recipe. I know that just because you around a black I know that just because you're around a black person don't mean you're gonna marry a black person. Like, I understand that that's not an equation. I get that. But it did surprise me. But what surprised me even more, I'm gonna fast forward for a second to the wedding because we'll go back. But what surprised me even more was, did y'all notice that all of her bridesmaids were white? Not one was black that I saw. And I looked and I even rewound and looked again. All of her bridesmaids were white. Now, if I missed one, my bad. But, girl, none of your friends is black. Nobody. None of them. You ain't got no brothers and sisters that's in your age group, that's in your wedding. I wanted to know which one of his kids' mother was he creeping with while he was with Whitney. She would be blowing up his phone. Child, probably LaPrincia mama, because he got 2 kids with her. Probably her. Or Bobby Jr., because Bobby Jr. was younger. Remember Bobby Jr. and Bobby Christina, they were very close in age. Right. Eve grew up in Philly and married a white guy, but that was after Eve was in the industry and running in those circles. She ain't meet no white guy walking down the street in Philly. Remember, she dated Stevie J before she dated the white boy. What's up, Tracy Wilson? You think it was Bobby Jr.'s mama? Yeah, I think it might have been. Now that I say that, I think it was Bobby Jr.'s mama. Because remember, he was younger. He was closer to Bobby Christina's age. So I think maybe that's who he might have been playing games with. Child, creeping with. I'm looking for something. Sorry, y'all. I'm listening. I said I'm listening like I can hear y'all talking. Lord. Oh. I swear I can't never find nothing over here. I clean up and it be back looking messy. What is it? All right, I'll look for it when I get off of here. All I have to say is I'm not here for Alicia Etheridge Brown. Look, yeah, we done already said that, child. Bobby Jr. and LaPrincia's mama. Well, I thought LaPrincia and Bobby Jr. got the same mama. I thought her and Landon had the same. Child, I can't keep up with these people and their wives. With their baby mamas. Right. No cousins, no childhood friends, co-workers. That's what, and again, y'all, I don't want it to come off that I'm trying to, like, you can have white friends. Hell, I got some white friends. I ain't saying that, but it just struck me. It just struck me kind of weird. It just struck me kind of weird. Because it just struck me kind of weird. Because like even now they talked about how close she was to Landon, the oldest son, and how close they were, but Landon wasn't even in the wedding. And it doesn't mean listen. I done been in and around enough weddings to understand that, just because you're close to somebody don't mean you in the wedding. Like, there's different reasons and all that. Like, I get all of that. But he was at the wedding. He just wasn't in the wedding. The other thing I thought was interesting, and again, maybe nobody wanted to film, but we didn't see any of Bobby's family. He didn't film with any of his family at the wedding. He didn't film with any of his Boston family. And I thought that was interesting too. And where was LaPrincia's mama? And again, she may not have wanted to film, and that's fine. But where are these people? Why do we just get him and like the same group? I just found it interesting that we didn't see him interacting with anybody. But we saw his mother-in-law and brother-in-law. But let's get back to this DJ. Child, they've been engaged for 5 years. Now, I'm going to get him 2 years because of the panty. Okay, I'm going to get him 2 years because of the panorama. But they've been engaged for 5 years, so they've been dating for a minute. So they've been together for a while. Yeah, because of the Whitney Houston movie, she was pissed and upset when Bobby told her the woman he was with before and during the beginning of their relationship was pregnant. Now we know for certain that Bobby's family is a trip. I think there's some stuff there between his family and Alicia. Well, they're definitely, I know that they don't get along with Alicia. Now, I think his sister said some stuff about Alicia, child. All you saw was Alicia's folks. Why was so many of Alicia? Right. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, again, why is all your family here? How are they all here? Why are they here, Ike? I don't think Bobby's family like that new wife. Maybe nobody deals with his wife, but LaPrincia wanted her wedding paid, so she took that one for. No, I don't think so, Belize. I don't know. Again, I just found it interesting. And again, LaPrincia was beautiful. Let's be clear. She was beautiful. Her wedding, her gown was beautiful. And it looked like it was a really, really nice wedding. It looked like it was a really, really nice wedding. She was there in the navy colored gown. Okay. I figured she was there. Now I didn't question whether her mother was there. I just was wondering why they didn't film with anybody else. I found that to be interesting. And again, like I said, maybe they didn't want to film, maybe they chose not to film. But I'm wondering, that's just interesting to me. Tracy said, do any of us get along with Alicia? All of y'all seem to feel the same way. Like everybody's saying the same thing, that that the wife is getting on their nerves, child. Yeah, she was just coming on. Like I said, it was just very puppet mastery to me. Tommy died. Tommy passed away. I think maybe last year. Tommy passed away. Mm-hmm. The wife produces the show, so maybe they don't want her. Yeah, and that's the fact that the wife is a producer, But yeah, when Bobby was trying to have that serious conversation with with the husband or soon to be husband, I ain't like how he was playing. I ain't like how he was clowning and he wasn't taking it seriously, because Bobby was being serious. Bobby was really trying to have a conversation with him, like, listen, you fuck over my daughter and it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be me and you. And I feel like he was really trying to have a serious conversation. That's how I felt. I don't know, y'all. So, again, we'll talk about the show. We'll review it. We just might not do the traditional, because honestly, it was hard. Because I'm looking forward to seeing him getting ready for the tour, and I'm looking forward to seeing him interacting with, with some of the new edition folk. We saw clips with him and Ricky Brown and Johnny Gill. So I'm looking forward to those kinds of things. And this was beautiful. I thought this episode was beautiful of seeing his daughter getting married and him giving away his daughter and the emotions that he went through with that. Like, I don't dislike the show, but there are things that were hard for me to watch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Duval County. Okay, Fatanya. Hey, Fatanya. So LaPrincia and Bobby Brown Jr. had the same mama. Okay, got it. So Landon has a different mama. All right, cool. Gotcha. Not Alicia Kendu and Daddy need to go live in a real world house so we can see their true colors. Hell, I think we see their true colors. Whether people accept that's what they're looking at now, that's another conversation. But I feel like in the words of Cyndi Lauper, honey, I see your true colors shining through. Okay. They needed, unlike Celebrity Spouse, that child. But yeah, overall, y'all, honestly, again, I'm gonna keep watching it. We're gonna talk about it, but I just had to come and have an honest conversation with y'all about why I was so hesitant and what took me so long, because I watched the episode and I just was like, and again, it was just really hard to see Bobby Brown like that, because I really, really feel like you could definitely, again, definitely not as bad as Ozzy Osbourne, but definitely you see the years of the effect of the drugs and the alcohol on him. Like, you definitely see that. And again, grief. I really think that Bobby Brown is still processing his grief. You know? Child. So what else happened on that episode? I don't really think it was nothing too much more to talk about. Bobby cried like a baby when his baby girl, he cried like a baby giving her away. He cried like a baby watching her dance. He cried like a baby talking about the wedding. He definitely was emotional. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, little baby. You could definitely tell he's still processing his grief. Like, he's definitely still processing his grief. LaPrincia and Bobby Brown mom dated on and off for 11 years after he got engaged to Whitney. Oh, before he got engaged to Whitney. Okay. He is. He's gonna be working for forever, because his youngest is about 4. Yeah, Bobby Brown gonna be torn for forever. I hope they invest in well, child. Everyone still needs to sign off, or their faces will not be shown. Not showing or naming other family members was a choice. Ah. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that we didn't see anybody else at that damn wedding. I mean, as far as we saw people there, but as far as him interacting, we didn't see any footage of him interacting with anybody other than Landon, the younger kids, his wife, and LaPrencia. We did not see, even at the rehearsal dinner, it looked like it was a nice rehearsal dinner. We didn't see him talking to anybody other than LaPrencia and his wife. Like, it just was, it was weird to me. At the rehearsal dinner, you're the father of the bride. I did not see him mean, and that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I'm just saying I find it interesting that we didn't see any of it. I know, Morgan. And listen, and LaPrencia is a beautiful girl, and she looked like she got it going on. She looked like she got her shit together. Like, she absolutely looks like she got her shit together. Like, let's be clear. She looked like she takes care of herself. She looked like she don't live off of her daddy's money. I mean, other than for that wedding. But, she definitely, she's a beautiful young lady. She absolutely turned into a beautiful, she was beautiful when she was young. I shouldn't say turned into, because I don't want y'all to think that but she's a beautiful young lady. Yeah, it definitely was rough, Belize. Child. All right, let me see. He couldn't grieve Whitney the way he wanted to. Tracy. All right, y'all. I'm surprised Bobby's extra vocal sister wasn't there. Well, the sister ain't gonna be on the show because the sister be talking trash about Alicia. So that ain't gonna happen. The sister ain't gonna be on the show. Now that, unless it's gonna be a fake, let's see if we can all get along situation. The sister, because the sister she be talking shit about Alicia. So that ain't gonna happen, child. All right, y'all. Well, let's get into. I'm gonna round this out to an hour. We're gonna do an hour. So let's talk. Child, they done found Todd Chrisley guilty. Him and Julie. TMZ said it was a laundry list. They done found him guilty of bank fraud and tax. Was it tax evasion? And that's what Al Capone went to jail for, was tax evasion. They couldn't get Al Capone for nothing. Al Capone killed 5,000 people. They couldn't get him for none of that. But they got his ass for not paying his tax. Child, I would love to see his sister, though. She knows where all the bones are buried. Well, remember, the sister was the one that sent them pictures to the National Enquirer back in the day of Whitney Houston's bathroom. Y'all remember that? Remember those pictures of Whitney Houston's bathroom? And people was like, that's not her real bathroom. Those are fake pictures. And remember, that come to find out, the sister was the one that had sent them pictures to the Enquirer. That nasty ass bathroom. Ooh, it was nasty. Just shit everywhere. Yes, I was in another lawyer's live stream on what they were convicted of, and they did a whole heap. Yeah, they said it was a laundry list and that they could face up to 30 years in prison, honey. Now, we know they're not going to do no 30 years, but they're going to do some time. I don't see them getting out of this one. I don't see them not getting no time. Now, I could be wrong. But I don't see them not serving no time. But I could be wrong because, Lord knows I'm not nobody's judge. Yeah, Tracy, you remember that's the sister? Yeah, honey, this sister, she sure did. That sister sent them pictures to the National Enquirer because she said she wanted them to get help because they were killing themselves and they would hold up in that house and wouldn't let people in and out. And she said she did it for those reasons, but girl, the National Enquirer, you ain't had nobody else. That's where you went. Morgan, we were talking about that before I went live. What's going to happen with Chloe? Like, did they put something in place? Because they have custody of her. So, is she just going to go back to her mama? Are the other kids, Savannah and the other son? What's the other son? I just said his name too. Savannah and because Bryce is the youngest one. That's the one that's still in high school. It's Savannah and Chase. I mean, is Savannah or Chase going to take custody of Chloe? I mean, what's going to happen to them? And what about the money? I mean, what about the TV shows? They going to document this? Probably not. It's going to be a tax auction. Oh, shit. Let me buy some of Todd Chrisley. You know, Todd Chrisley got some nice stuff now. It's going to be a tax auction. Let's go find the auction. Maybe I could put a bid on a pair of socks. Not Chase because he's slow. Well, Chase is a little special. But I feel like Savannah could probably do it. He was standing right beside LaPrincia's mom. I had to do a pause just to notice her. They cut her out so quickly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, it was intentional. It was definitely intentional that they cut everybody out that's not on the, I guess for lack of a better word, the payroll of the show. It was very intentional. I forget Todd's oldest daughter's name. That's the one that told on him the first time. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it again so I could get a glimpse of her mom. Because like I said, I knew her mother was there. Like I never questioned that her mother was there. It's just, again, we just didn't see her. When is the auction? I want to see what they got because he got, right. Listen, they got some nice stuff. Shoot. Let me go down and find out when they're doing this tax auction. Let me see if I can log in and put a bid on a pair of socks or something. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what I can get a little piece of, okay? Nanny Faye will probably keep Chloe and Grayson. Nanny Faye is 90. I mean, I don't mean no harm and I don't mean no disrespect, but Nanny Faye is 90. She don't need to be chasing Chloe ass around. Shoot. But yeah, honey, they going to jail, child. They are going to jail. We'll have to stay posted because they're on house arrest. Well, they're on home detention. What I found interesting, do they have a house in Atlanta? Because, you know, they were living in Tennessee. So are they on home detention in Atlanta, or were they allowed to go back to Nashville and stay on home detention in Nashville? Or did they have to stay within the city limits of where their case was? Nanny Faye's name is on a lot of stuff, but Nanny Faye testified that she didn't know nothing about that. She said, listen, I just signed the papers that they put in front of me. I don't know what I'm signing. I just know my bills are paid every month and I live good. That's it. I don't know nothing about what I'm signing, okay? My bills are paid and I live good. Okay. Exactly, little baby. Nanny said, I don't know nothing. I don't know what I'm signing. And I doubt that the prosecutors go after her. I mean, I doubt they go after her. If they were going to indict her, I feel like they would have already done that. I doubt, one, because of her age, and two, because I think they believe that she probably was manipulated into signing some of that stuff. Maybe not. I don't feel like she was any part of a mastermind. I feel like they were like, Mama, we need you to sign this. And they might have even explained what it was, but she had no reason to believe that it was a fraud. She had no reason to believe that it was fake. You know what I'm saying? I bet they make a show out of this. Ooh, I don't know. I would like to see the Lifetime movie, the Todd Chrisley story, though. Now, I can see that. You know, Lifetime good for making a movie out of something, child. Exactly. Nanny Faye need to go on over there and, you know, sit on to the left. Stay to the left, to the left. Not OnlyFans is hiring. I ain't doing this with y'all. Y'all gonna send Nanny Faye down to the OnlyFans? Ooh. Okay. The rapper Trouble. The suspect in his murder was he turned himself in today. Come to find out, this was a domestic dispute the rapper down to Atlanta. Come to find out, he was over some woman's house, laid up in her bed, and her ex-boyfriend showed up. They started fighting. He was fighting the woman. He was fighting Trouble. And then he pulled out his gun and shot him and killed him. That's why they caught him so fast, because he didn't kill the woman. He killed him. And so the woman, when she called the police, she told the police who he was. She said it was my ex-boyfriend. He did it. So he turned himself in, and so he's been charged and everything. But it's so senseless. It's so senseless. So, you know, this was a domestic dispute that turned deadly. It was so unnecessary. I mean, child, I mean, we got whole networks built on Snap, so, and Fatal Attraction and all of that stuff. So that's just a shame. That might be what it was. Maybe he, you know, we know how that goes sometimes, but I don't know that to be a fact. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it went down, that he was getting beat up and he pulled out a gun. I would not be surprised if that's what happened. But they said that they were fighting, and then he pulled the gun out while they were fighting, and he shot him. But why would the girl not take back her key from her ex? Child, don't get me telling no lies. Listen, I don't know. I don't know if she tried to take the key back and he wouldn't give it. I don't know if he kicked the door down. For all we know, he might have kicked the door down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it does. I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters. I mean, whether she took the key back or not, why would he show up there with a gun? And then come to find out, Trouble had a girlfriend. So see, you out there cheating on your girlfriend with somebody else, got your ass in some stuff. And I'm not saying he deserved to get shot. Let's be clear. I'm just saying. Right, exactly. He don't seem like the type that a key would stop. Exactly. And see, that's why y'all, I know I'm not trying to blend stuff, but that's why I be going so hard. I was going so hard with that whole story with Shorty and Kenneth over to the Put a Ring on It, because these stories happen, and I just don't think we could take it lightly when we see certain character traits in men and women, but in this case it was a man. We see these character traits in these men, this stalking and this obsessiveness, because it crosses the line so easily. It crosses the line so easily that we just can't take this stuff lightly. We can't. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not down in the valley where the grannies get naked. Y'all better leave Nanny Faye alone. Y'all better leave Nanny Faye alone. Exactly, Cindy. That's what I think it is. I don't think he was really an ex. Or if he was an ex, I don't think he was an ex for long. I think they had that on again, off again, back and forth relationship. Honestly, I don't think he was no ex for real. Because she said that they'd been together for 3 years. He probably still had a key because he probably was still welcome. He just wasn't welcome then, in that moment, at that time. Oh, they had just broken up a week ago, right? And they was gonna probably get back together next week, because that's probably what they did. That sounds like that's their pattern. That on again, off again stuff. You know what I'm saying? These people with these on again, off again relationships. I would have moved if I found out my ex was crazy as a damn bed bug when we broke up, because some of them will resort to killing you if you regret that much. You don't see. Right. And in this case, again, they had only been broken up a week. Maybe she was going to move maybe she was going to move at the end of the month. Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just drop everything and go. Maybe she didn't feel like it was that serious. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. When you have someone who's controlling, possessive, etc., nothing is going to stop them. It looks like someone's fighting for you, but it's not okay. Right. Exactly. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know what else? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go back to Bobby Brown real quick. Why did y'all notice that LaPrencia and her husband, well, he's her husband now. Did y'all notice that they was chilling together in the back? They ain't believe in not seeing the bride before the wedding. They ain't believe in that. They was sitting back there chilling together. I was like, it's not bad luck. But I guess they don't believe in superstition, child. So anyway, and then Tim Norman is in trouble. He need to go on and do whatever because his cousin or his co-conspirator, he changed his plea to guilty, and he is cooperating with the prosecutors. Baby Tim, I smell danger for you, bruh. You might want to see if you can make a deal to get in where you fit in. No, Tracy, I don't even know. Where you get that from? If you are saying, are you saying if my ex is crazy, don't give up the cookie until I move? Huh? What the cookie got to do with this? I'm so confused by that. Child, I'm saying if your ex is crazy, move as soon as you can. That's if you feel like your ex is crazy and he know where you live, regardless of whether he have a key to the front door or not, if it's within your means to move, I'm saying move. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where y'all get the cookie from. I don't know about no cookies. Child, yeah, Tim is in trouble. Tim and them legs and hips. Not legs and hips and body. Yeah, honey. Yeah, Tim is in trouble. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, y'all. No more Ashley Stewart jeans for Tim. Oh, y'all are wrong. Not Tim can move them titties in the sun. Y'all are giving him the blue. Oh, Lord. My state doesn't even require a permit. That's all I have to say. Oh, I'm crazy too. Well, listen. Do what you feel like you need to do, boo-boo. Do what you feel like you need to do. You do what you got to do to protect yourself. I ain't about to sit here and judge. I judge nobody, especially in this country where they don't want to protect their citizens. They okay with it being the motherfucking Wild Wild West and the OK Corral. So, by all means, do what you feel like you need to do. If someone is crazy, why are you still screwing him? That's more motivation for him to feel y'all still together. You saying one thing out your mouth, but you stay laid up with him. What are y'all talking about? Are y'all still talking about the trouble? The way I feel about it is this, and again, I'm one of those people. I don't think it's black and white. I think a lot of times, especially with women, I know it happens with men too, but especially with women, if you're in an abusive relationship, it's just not that easy. We know it's just not that easy. It's very easy to be on the outside saying leave, change the locks, move, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. But it's just not that easy. I mean, in some cases, people, but it's just not always that easy to just be like, well, just move. Like I know right now, I mean, even though I'm a homeowner, but God forbid I get into a relationship and the guy knows where I live and I have to go somewhere, it ain't that easy. Because I still got a mortgage to pay here. You know what I'm saying? Or if I have a rent, I still have a lease. And if you are leaving because you're trying to protect yourself, you don't want to put anybody else in danger. Like I wouldn't want to go to my parents' house because I wouldn't want him to show up there. I wouldn't want to go to a friend's house that they might know. You know what I mean? It's not always that easy. And people don't always just have 2 or 3 months of rent laying around. You know, when you move, you got to pay first month, last month, security deposit. You got to get the shit cut on, the electric, the cable. It's just not that easy, y'all. And when your heart is involved, I know it sounds cliche, but listen, when you love somebody, you want to see the good in them. You want to believe that they're going to change. You want to believe what they're telling you, that it's going to get better and they're sorry. Like, y'all know it's a cycle. Y'all know it's a cycle. It ain't that easy to just be like, I'm out. Y'all know that. I feel bad for Miss Roby. I know she had to be heartbroken. Yeah, she definitely. I mean, it's gotta hurt for you to accept the fact that your child is a murderer, much less murdered another family member. Like that's got your grandson, right? Wasn't it her grandson? It's gotta be a hard spot. Right. That's like if they know where you work, what you just gonna quit your job? Like it's just not that easy. Shorty and Ken's situation is frightening too. Ken seems very unstable. I hope security is on. Yeah, she said she's in a security building now, and she said he can't get to her. He can't because they know they got the whole building on alert, and they can't get to her. So, all right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Don't forget tonight at 9:15. Can little baby? I think you're my only mod in here. Can you find Simply Sakina's link and drop it in the chat, please? We're gonna be there at 9:15. We are going to be talking about Basketball Wives and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And baby, I got some things to say about both. Oh, I got some things to say about them Atlanta girls, and I definitely got some things to say about these Basketball Wives. So we will be over there. Last week, I know Scotty was sick. Terrence was at work. We had a full hit and caboodle, but I think everybody's going to be there tonight. So y'all come on over. Y'all come on over and check us out. We got a lot to talk about. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. So, all right, y'all. I put it on my community wall. So if y'all want to find the link is on my community wall where we're going to be at 9:15, okay? Mwah! Peace.